Alright, I want to talk a little bit more about the most common two types of networks, which are local area network and wide area network. So do you remember from the last video what LAN and WAN are? LAN, we said, is local area network. This is typically found in your homes, offices, schools, libraries, or generally in smaller places. It is designed for connecting devices like computers, printers, and servers in a close proximity environment. So let's, for example, take home network in this case. Your home network is a local area network, or LAN. It consists of several devices, including your laptops, computers, printers, mobile phones, and a router. Now, router is a device which we'll talk about in more details in the next lecture. But for this case, just remember that router is an important device inside a network. All these devices are in close proximity of one another, which is why it is called local area network. Now keep in mind, there is also something called WLAN, which we mentioned in the last lecture, and that stands for wireless local area network, and it is the same thing just for wireless devices. These devices inside of local area network are then given something called private or local IP addresses. IP addresses are also something that we will talk about later, but for now, remember that these local IP addresses are something that these devices use to communicate inside the local area network. Another thing about LANs is that they are typically owned, operated, and controlled by a single organization or entity. This allows for a high level of customization and security. LANs also typically offer higher data transfer speeds and bandwidth compared to wide area network. This is because LANs are designed for local and internal use, allowing for faster communication between devices. Also, local area networks are generally more cost-effective to set up and maintain since they cover smaller areas and involve fewer networking resources. Now, WANs, on the other hand, is a wide area network. In its simplest form, a wide area network is a collection of local area networks or other networks that communicate with one another. A wide area network is essentially a network of networks, with the internet being the world's largest WAN. Examples of WANs include the internet, a global corporate network connecting offices worldwide, or a telecommunication network spanning a country. Wide area networks can also be used in a military. Now, some of the advantages of wide area networks are that you can share information and files over a larger area. WAN helps you to cover a larger geographical area. So, for example, business offices situated at a longer distances can easily communicate, thanks to wide area network. But some of the disadvantages of WAN is that the initial setup cost of it is quite high. It is difficult to maintain the WAN network as you need skilled technicians and network administrators. It also requires more time to resolve issues because of the involvement of multiple wired and wireless technologies. So these would be some of the basic stuff to remember. So let's recap real quick. In summary, LANs and WANs serve different purposes based on their geographic coverage and scale. LANs are localized networks used for internal communication within a limited area, while wide area networks connect LANs across larger geographic regions, enabling global communication. Each has its own advantages, and they're often used in conjunction to create a comprehensive network infrastructure.